Hello, fire signs. It's Ariana, your tarot life coach. How are you guys doing? This is for Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. I hope that last week's video assisted in some with the self-love. And this week we're going to focus on what our spirit guides want to tell us. Before I get into the reading, I am wrapping my arms around you guys, giving you great big hugs, high fives, fist pumps, whatever you want to call it, and just saying thank you, thank you, thank you for a wonderful experience and just a wonderful month this month. Because July is just flying by. They were already on July 18th. I feel like I'm about to have to go back to work. Like my month of vacation is about to be over. So, thank you guys for making this just a great experience for me. And I hope it's been a great experience for you guys too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this reading. Right before us, we have The Dancer of Reconciliation from the Shaman's Oracle by John Matthews and Will Kingham. This automatically lets me know, fire signs, that we need to make an amends. We need to learn about forgiveness. Remember to forgive ourselves and to forgive others, because through forgiveness, that causes us to have freedom. So basically, I am the dancer of reconciliation. I dance between those who have grown apart, between tribe and tribe, person and person, nation and nation. I seek out those who are estranged and restore the balance that has been lost. To all who feel crushed beneath the weight of dissolution and separation, I offer the opportunity to restore and reshape, to fix broken bonds. I also bring the means of righting old wrongs and grievances, through which process we may grow stronger. Okay, so basically this is all about restoring our balance. Getting rid of this anger, making the wrongs right, peacemaking, bringing harmony, strengthening the bonds. So this is the spirit that's walking with us. So the spread that I'm using this week is I try not to do too many predictions during the month, since we already had our monthly, but I couldn't help it on Earthsign. I was like, oh, I gotta say something. So if I see something that just cannot be avoided by whatever cost, I will let you guys know. However, this reading is to focus on energy. So we get our monthly readings, and then we gotta let things manifest. We gotta see what's going on, because I want you guys to start building your intuition. I'm gonna have to do a video on what is intuition, how to increase your intuition, how you know it's working, and how to trust it. Because it's just, we're all given gifts, and I feel like sometimes we got to let things play out a little bit, but we got to learn the energy to use while we're going through these things. So sometimes I have people call me and they're like, hey, I really want a reading. And I'm like, okay, so what are you looking for? I don't know. And I'm like, all right, well, we can do a general reading. Well, go ahead and ask your question. They're like, well, I don't even have a question. And I'm like, well, okay. So this is what the reading that I go to for a lot. And it's called Why I Need This Reading. It's that simple. Why did you call me? What are we doing this for? Okay. So this is a very general reading. Now remember, I'm working with all fire signs. So this is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So that is like a lot of people. So there's going to be bits and pieces of this that aren't going to fit you at all. Shit, none of it might even fit your situation. That's okay. I'm sorry I didn't get to connect with you this time. Hopefully I get to connect with you next time, and I'm glad that you at least gave me a chance. Okay, so, but if there are bits and pieces that do resonate with you, take those parts and use them this week and see how they work for you. Okay, so why I need this reading, I did shuffle quite a bit off camera. I'm going to give it a few more goes. Show me the energy for Leo this week. Why do Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, why do they need this reading? What? Okay, so we have our carobs still, because I'm really big on my carobs. These are our ancestors, or these are the ones that were here before the flood. Okay, they're just our protectors, our guardians, and I like to include them in everything, because it kind of reminds me what I'm really trying, like the message I'm trying to convey. So the first cherub we have is who's bringing enlightenment. He's trying to tell us why we need this reading. Bam! There's the light. Why do we need this reading? Why are you watching this? Why are you even paying attention to me? So, without further ado, it is because the Seven of Cups reversed. Then, who's beating us on the head is the Cherub of Wands. Come on, fire signs. This is what is my spirit guide trying to tell me. And he's got his little wand and he's ready to beat it into our heads. The Eight of Cups reversed. Right. Okay, the advice that we have. The Prince of Cups reversed. And I use the Cherub of Cups to give the advice, and I've said this in a few of my videos, because he's all about love, purification. And when I deliver this message, I need to remember that I need to do it with love, okay? Everything is always with love, okay? Now we have the outcome if we follow it. And this is the Cherub of Disc, and he's all about bringing our stuff to the earthly realm. And we have the Two of Disc. All right. Outcome if we follow it is going to be some quick communication. The Eight of Wands. All right. So, Leos, let's see how this plays out for us this week. So our spirit guides are kind of concerned with us. So we want to bring to, when I see the Seven of Cups, and I see the little dirty cups spilling over, Lilith is like standing on top of our backs, and those cups are starting to pour out. That tells me basically like all of our stuff is we're starting to get rid of it. We're trying to change. And that's why that's why we need this reading, okay? Is manifestation of our dreams, freedom from addiction or obsessions, and determination or resolution. We have got to be determined to make this choice that we're making. Whatever it is that we've decided to do this week, whether it be related to relationship, career, finances, self-development, whatever we've decided, we have got to let those Seven of Cups, those seven deadly sins, just spill on out, okay? We need to develop our spiritual gifts and abilities, and we need to stop focusing on all the little things in life, because, you know, we need to look at the big picture, okay? Now, we're getting beat in the head because I kind of see the Eight of Cups, and it's kind of like we're kind of trying to go backwards, okay? There is a reason why the Seven of Cups is reversed. That's because we've made this choice to not do something. We want to manifest a dream. We want to create something, and we're going back to bullshit. That's kind of what I'm getting. And it doesn't have to be back to a person, back to this. We're going back to a mindset. That's what I kind of get. So interesting that we have the Seven of Cups that's related to Pisces and Sagittarius. It has lots to do with their ego. Okay, so it's almost like we're trying to get rid of this ego. You know, that got a really big ego sometimes. And then we have the Eight of Cups and another water sign. So I think we're dealing with water signs. I know we're not supposed to be doing predictions, but I still see a strong Leo or a strong fire and water sign thing going on, okay? I'm going to give you what I see at the end, because it is something that is coming really strong to me, and I think I need to share it for somebody, okay? So what our spirit guide is trying to tell us is the Eight of Cups reversed. Basically, this time to leave has not yet arrived. So we're not ready to let go of something. And our spirit guide is kind of like, look, man, you're not ready. Just, you're hanging on and you're clinging on to a situation that needs to be released. You're running away from your problems and you're not facing them. So the message is for us to stop neglecting our dream, right? Because we're manifesting our dream. We're starting off manifesting our dream. That's why we have the initiation. We have the Ace of Arrows back there. We have the Cherub of Arrows shooting through these ideas, these manifestations. And then here we go, swimming right back to the old way of doing things, or swimming right back to the old things that we know, what we know. That isn't always the best thing. However, we have the dancer of reconciliation. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to learn to forgive others. And by forgiving, it doesn't mean that you stick by them and stay with them or stick by the situation and don't change. There has to be some real change, okay? Now, the advice for us, and this is the hard pill to swallow sometimes if you think about it, because we're dealing with an energy, either it's us or we're dealing with a water sign or someone who portrays these. And like I said, this is a general reading, guys, okay? This may not resonate with you at all, but this is a message that is coming in at the moment for me, okay? For somebody listening, for the ones who are going through this situation. So we have right here, we have the Prince of Cup energy, and it's reversed. So this is telling me that we're dealing with something that is destructive in nature. It looks like it's a very calm situation, almost like it's possibly over, and that everything is going to be okay. But you see that all of our cups are falling. None of our cups are standing up. It's a very interesting read. No arrows in this read. Cups, disc, and a wand. So it's very interesting for me. Reverse, this is some narcissistic and lying and swindler energy going on. So like I said, the advice is, if you are the fire sign that is being a little cocky, narcissistic, using your charming nature to get your way, then the advice is that you need to change that, okay? You need to become more like the romantic side of this. You know, there's nothing wrong with being non-committed to this situation or non-committed to the job, but there's a way of doing it, and it's called doing it with grace. Remember I said ego was with the Seven of Cups, and we were trying to manifest a dream. However, we're trying to do it with things that we know no longer work, and we're starting to get a little bit of an attitude with it. And the advice that we need to follow is that we need to flip ourselves over, okay, and become a little bit more subtle in our ways. Kind of not be such a big brash entity at times. And like I said, this may not be the fire sign. The fire sign may be dealing with this energy with someone else. However, remember, we're dealing with the dancer of reconciliation. So, two stories. Either this is the fire sign behaving this way, and he or she needs to reconcile with themselves and get yourself together and face the world with a much kinder perspective. Or this is the fire sign dealing with a water sign energy that we need to reconcile with. Even if they're portraying this behavior, it doesn't mean that I have to harbor or the fire sign has to harbor this energy towards them. Okay? It's all about forgiveness. And forgiving doesn't mean forgetting for life and not, giving your heart away again or going back to this job where they don't appreciate you or whatever. It's about forgiving so that you can move on. So the outcome, if we follow this, the outcome is if we learn not to be so narcissistic in our ways, or if we learn to, this is also karmic. Whatever it is, this lesson is very karmic. Swallow your pride and humble yourself, fire signs. Or if you're dealing with a person or an energy that is acting this way, take a step back. Be the peacemaker and move on. Don't know where that came from. Okay, so the outcome if we follow it is the Two of Discs. This, I'm going to be really real with you at the end of this, but for right now, I'm going to stick with my read for this is why we're getting this message, okay? So the Two of Disc is telling me that there's going to be some balancing. We're going to have to learn how to juggle some stuff this week, you know? Like, our ego, the outcome, a relationship, a job, whatever it is, it's balancing it. It's communication, it's news. I see two wheels going in two different directions. So it's about getting on the same page. Money is going to be okay this week, but we have to be flexible. We got to learn to take risks. And whatever was lost, whatever it is, just know that it's going to be returned to you, okay? I want you to understand that. That's what we need to reconcile for. That is the reconciliation. However, we have this swift, quick energy that's coming in out of nowhere, okay? The Eight of Wands. This is very interesting read. Very interesting. So this is a karma card for me when I see the Eight of Wands. And it's about letting things run its course. This is going to be some quick, fast communication that's coming in. That's flipping all these cups over. And it's like, it's almost like, what the hell happened? Things were going okay, but it's the end of delays. News, information is coming. It could possibly be like through text or email, but you're going to get information this week that's going to kind of knock you off your feet. We want to do things a certain way, and our spirit guide is saying, no, you need to humble yourself, you need to be at peace, and you need to make things right. Okay? So just to recap this, I have right here as why I need this reading, or why fire signs you need this reading, is because you want to manifest a dream. There's something that you want to do. You're ready to change. There's a change, an obsession, whatever is starting to fall off, and you're ready to proceed to the next level. Why your spirit guide's telling you you need this is because you're using the same tactics and they're not working. You're holding on to an outdated belief system that needs to change, whether it be about work, relationship, finances, whatever. It's something that needs to change. Now, the advice is to be more humble in our ways. Leave the ego at the door. Don't think that everything that you do is always the right way. You have to be open to change. That is what's next, the outcome, the possible outcome. If we follow the advice by changing, we develop balance. We're going to learn. We're going to get the news and communication that we're looking for. We're going to be financially prosperous. We're going to see different things that are going to be coming our way. And it's going to happen quickly. Okay? That fire signs, I know it's really confusing, so I'm just going to tell you another thing that I see. All right? There's a few fire signs out there who are going through a fire and a water situation where it possibly Pisces. I don't know why I feel like Leo, Pisces, but it's fire and water, okay? And it's like you want this relationship to really work and you're changing things or they're changing things, but you guys keep going at it the same way. And you're not ready to walk away. However, they're still arguing because one person in the relationship feels that they know best. And that's that narcissistic personality. Whether it be the fire sign or whether it be the water sign, whoever it is, there will be no reconciliation unless both of y'all become humble and get some balance. So there's two messages here. And I know I didn't do this for all readings, but it's because this is really strong. You're going to get your information through a text message or an email, and it's going to be swift, quick, and it's going to be fast. And you need to be balanced when you get this information. The Dancer of Reconciliation is not going to let you avoid this situation. I just want to look again and make sure that I read the whole thing for the Dancer of Reconciliation. I know, and it's really odd that I did because usually I just give you highlights of it. But I leave you with this. Do you need to make amends? Remember, forgiveness is freedom. So who cares who's right? If you are in this relationship and you love them, who cares who's right? Make amends, okay? If you're uncertain about a situation, certainty will come because that's what the Dancer of Reconciliation is about. It's about bringing harmony. So there's going to be some people this is related to love, And then there's going to be some people who this is related to just themselves, period. They're tearing themselves apart. There's some fire signs out there who beat themselves up a lot, is the kind of what I get. And then you have this ego that is harming you. Like your own ego harms you. It makes you feel like you're not measuring up to where you should be almost. So that's the energy I'm getting for you. That is why your spirit guide wanted you to watch this video. It is to develop some balance and harmony. And that's the possible outcome. And to watch the ego. Okay? So like I said, those were the different vibes that I got from this reading. I'm sorry that I gave some predictions. However, it was just, I couldn't help it the way that it came out. And I didn't do it for all videos. So just very special fire signs. However, the message for the overall message is to reconcile. Reconcile with yourself and reconcile with others. It's not about always being right or being the winner, okay? Because sometimes you win the battle, but you lose the war. Be very open to any news and communication that's coming your way and accept it with a very humble attitude, okay? That's it, fire signs. That's why you tuned into the reading. Sorry, it's not like roses, flowers, and cotton candy or anything. However, I think it's very important information. It still ends really well, financially stable, balancing our energies, that kind of thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Once again, if you want a private reading, please feel free to email me at arianaluciano@gmail.com. You can also Google Plus me. You can also DM me on Instagram at Ariana Luciano. Pretty much easy to get in touch with me. Leave a comment. I usually try to answer everything as much as I can. Sometimes I get wrapped up. Guys, I am on vacation, so and I'm here full time with my kids. It's a vacation, but like I said, I got a baby and a 7-year-old, and sometimes they take my phone and I don't even know what's going on, and sometimes my little one hides it under the couch. I don't know. So I don't get to those comments or those responses as quick as I would like to. But you guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you very much. Take care. Have a wonderful week. Apply the parts that work for you. And if it doesn't, if none of this applied for you, I understand this is a very general reading. Feel free to contact me for a more in-depth reading for yourself. Thank you very much. Have a great week.